audio text. Journalist. You will hear an audio script concerning a mission-related topic. This script will be followed by a conversation between two persons. This conversation will relate to the script. You will hear the tape only once. You will make notes of the script and of the conversation. From these notes, you will be instructed either to answer 10 questions or complete a written report of the incident. Good luck.
On 14 May 2003, at 9:30 hours, a fair-haired, 180 centimeters tall, about 35 years old male, with glasses, dressed in blue jeans, brown shoes, and black shirt, came to the police station number 3. A young female police officer met him at the duty room and asked him about the reason of his visit. The visitor said that he was a journalist and he needed to speak to the station commander of this police station. The duty officer noticed that the man looked very upset. She inquired about the reason, and the man said that his photo camera was missing since yesterday evening. He also added that he was not upset for the loss of the camera, but mostly he was upset because of the loss of the film in the photo camera. The station commander of the police station was not present. He had attended a meeting in the main headquarters. So, the visitor had to wait for 30 minutes, sitting in the waiting room. While he was waiting for the station commander, the duty officer gave him a cup of tea. Then the journalist said that he would not wait longer and left his telephone number, and it was 507-631. He told the duty officer to call him as soon as the station commander would return from the meeting. Then he left the police station at 10:00 hours. The station commander returned from the meeting at 10:15 hours. The duty officer told the station commander about the journalist. The station commander called for the investigation officer and ordered him to call the journalist and to look into the matter. The investigation officer called the journalist, and the journalist agreed to meet at the reception area of the hotel named 21st Century at 11:00 hours. When they met, they walked outside the hotel and sat on the bench in the park. The journalist told the investigation officer that he was working for a magazine called Towns and People. He arrived in the town on 11th May 2003 to take pictures about customs and traditions of the population living in this town. The job was over, and he took 72 pictures. On 13 May, at 19:30 hours, he took a taxi from the old bridge over the river to the city center. He thought that he had forgotten the bag with the photo camera and films in the taxi. The investigation officer asked him to describe the taxi and the taxi driver. He said the taxi was a yellow, four-door sedan car. The journalist remembered 3 first figures of the license, and it was 515 KS. According to his description, the taxi driver was about 25 years old, slim-built, about 175 centimeters tall, with short black hair, black mustache, dressed in green shirt and gray trousers. The investigation officer promised the journalist that he would call him on the progress of the investigation and went to the taxi park. At the taxi park, he found a yellow taxi, license plate 515 KS 616, and he saw the taxi driver opening a black leather bag and looking into the bag with 2 other taxi drivers who were standing close to him. The investigation officer displayed his police documents and took the camera with the film, and he asked the taxi driver to come to the police station that day by 1600 hours as a witness. The duty officer called the journalist and advised that his camera and films had been recovered. The case is closed.
The following conversation is the dialogue of the station commander of the police station number 3, duty officer, and the investigation officer. Listen carefully.
Station Commander. Good afternoon. Please tell me, why did the visitor want to meet me?
Duty officer. Good afternoon, sir. When I was on duty, a visitor came and said that he wanted to talk to you.
Station Commander. When did he come to the police station?
Duty officer. He came on 14th of May at 930 hours.
Station Commander. Please describe the man.
Duty officer. He was a fair-headed, 180 centimeters tall, about 35-year-old male. He was with glasses and dressed in blue jeans, brown shoes and black shirt.
Station Commander. What was his occupation?
Duty officer. He said that he was a journalist.
Station Commander. Did he say why he wanted to meet me?
Duty officer. His photo camera was missing since yesterday evening.
Station Commander. Did you tell him that I was attending a meeting in main headquarters?
Duty officer. Yes, I did. I advised him to wait in the waiting room, and I prepared a cup of tea for him.
Station Commander. Did he say anything else?
Duty officer. He looked very upset and said that his photo camera was missing since yesterday evening. He also added that he was not upset for the loss of the camera, but mainly he was upset due to the loss of the film in this photo camera.
Station Commander. At what time did he leave the police station?
Duty officer. He left at 1000 hours. He left his telephone number as 507-631, and he asked me to call him as soon as you would return from the meeting.
Station Commander. Okay, thank you. Please ask the investigation officer to come to my office.
Duty officer. Yes, sir.
Station Commander. Thank you for coming. Please tell me what happened and when you called the journalist.
Investigation officer. When I called him, we agreed to meet at 1100 hours at the reception of the hotel called 21st Century.
Station Commander. Please continue.
Investigation officer. We walked outside the hotel and sat on the bench in the park.
Station Commander. Did he say which magazine he was working for?
Investigation officer. The journalist said that he was working for a magazine called Towns and People.
Station Commander. What was he doing in our town?
Investigation officer. He arrived in the town on 11th May 2003 to take pictures about customs and traditions of the population living in our town.
Station Commander. What happened to him?
Investigation officer. The journalist said his job was over. He took 72 pictures. On 13 May at 1930 hours, he took a taxi from the old bridge over the river to the city center. He thought that he had forgotten the bag with the photo camera and films in the taxi. Investigation officer. The taxi was a yellow, four-door sedan car. The journalist remembered 3 first figures of the license, and it was 515 KS. The taxi driver was about 25 years old, slim-built, about 175 centimeters tall, with short black hair, black mustache, in green shirt, and gray trousers.
Station Commander. What happened then?
Investigation Officer. I promised the journalist that I would be calling him on the progress of the investigation, and I went to the taxi park.
Station Commander. Did you manage to find out the taxi and the taxi driver?
Investigation Officer. At the car park, I found a yellow taxi, license plate 515 KS 616, and the taxi driver. I displayed my police documents, and I took the camera with the film. I asked the taxi driver to come to our police station today by 1600 hours as a witness.
Station Commander. Good job. The case is closed. Please call the journalist to come and identify his photo camera.
Investigation Officer. Sure, sir.